This is still the morning of the 28th of July, 2024. Major General Higginbotham, that's Higginbotham, on Kamala Harris's background. U.S. Marine retired. The history of camel-face underneath Kamala Harris for your knowledge and interest about Biden's VP. Here's a timely editorial that exposes the hidden background of camel-face underneath Kamala Harris from the combat veteran for Congress Political Action Committee that is posted here with permission from the author. CVFC PAC supports the election of U.S. military combat veteran to the U.S. Senate, the House of Representatives. The editorial begins. Camel-face underneath Kamala Harris' father was an avid Marxist professor in the economics department at Stanford University in Palo Alto, California. Both of Harris' parents were active in Berkeley-based Afro-American Association. Fidel Castro and Che Guevara were the heroes of the Afro-American Association. The group's leader, Donald Wharton, a.k.a. Khalid al-Mansour, mentored two young Afro-American Association members, Huey Newton and Bobby Seale. They created the Maoist-inspired Black Panther Party, which gained strong support from Communist China. The Black Panther Party served as the model for creation of the Black Lives Matter Marxist organization. Khalid al-Mansour subsequently went on to arrange financing and facilitated for Barack Hussein Obama to be accepted as a student to matriculate at Harvard Law School. Don't you find that interesting? Went on to arrange financing and facilitated for Barack Hussein Obama to be accepted as a student at Harvard Law School. Following her graduation from college, Harris returned to California and subsequently became the mistress of the 60-year-old married Speaker of the California Assembly, Willie Brown Jr. Brown's political campaigns were supported and funded by Dr. Colton Gottlieb, the owner of Sun Reporter and several other pro-communist newspapers. Brown was elected as mayor of San Francisco and strongly endorsed Harris' Marxist political philosophy. He guided Harris' politics rise in California politics, leading her to election as a California Attorney General. She was on her knees all the time, copping his joints. Willie Brown Jr. is a well-known long-time communist sympathizer. Willie Brown Jr. was initially elected to public office with substantial help of the Communist Party USA. Today, Willie Brown is widely regarded as one of China's Communist Party best friends in the San Francisco Bay Area. While serving as San Francisco District Attorney, camel-face underneath Kamala Harris mentored a young San Francisco radical Marxist activist, Latifah Simon, who is a member of Storm Revolutionary Movement. Simon currently chairs the Bay Area Rapid Transit BART Board. Simon has always been close to friends with the founder of Black Lives Matter, Marxist domestic terrorist Alicia Garza, as well as Storm member and avid communist Van Jones. Van Jones, isn't he closely tied in with Barack Hussein Obama? Harris has been openly and aggressively supporting Black Lives Matter Marxists. Kamala Harris is still closely associated with Maoist Latifah Simon and Marxist Alicia Garza. Kamala Harris' sister, Mayo Harris, was a student activist at Stanford University. She was closely associated with Steve Phillips, one of the leading Marxist-Leninists on campus and a longtime affiliate with the League of Revolutionary Struggle, a pro-Chinese communist group. Phillips came out of the left, and in college he studied Marx, Mayo, and Lenin, and maintained close associations with fellow communists. Phillips married into a multi-billion-dollar Sandler family of the Golden West Savings and Loan. He funded many leftist political campaigns and the voter registration drives in the southern and southern-western states in order to help his friend Barack Hussein Obama defeat Hillary Clinton. Phillips has been a major financial sponsor for Kamala Harris's political campaign for various California elective offices. Her husband, Doug Enoff, works for the law firm DLA Piper, which boasts nearly 30 years of experience in Communist China with over 140 lawyers dedicated to its Communist China Investment Services branch. He was just appointed to professor at Yale to school future lawyers in the fine points of communism. When she was elected to the U.S. Senate, Kamala Harris appointed a pro-communist Senate Chief of Staff, Karine Jean-Pierre. Can you believe this? Jean-Pierre was active with the New York-based Haiti Support Network. The organization worked closely with pro-communist China Communist North Korea Workers' Work Party and supported Jean Petard Astrid, the far-left communist former president of Haiti, and the radical Levata movement. Fortunately for Harris, but potentially disastrous for the Republic, elected office holders are not subject to security clearance process. If the FBI did a background investigation on Kamala Harris, she never would have passed because of the 40-year close ties with Marxists, communists, Maoists, and communist China. Harris would never have been approved for acceptance to any of the 5 military service academies, been appointed to U.S. government sub-cabinet position, or have been approved to fill a sensitive position for high-security defense contractor. Yet, since Joe Biden was elected, Harris could be the heartbeat away from being president, all because of Barack Obama. The U.S. Constitutional Republic is being threatened by the People's Republic Communist China, PPC, externally, and by the very active espionage operations within the United States. The People's Republic Communist PPC, with 1.4 billion people, is governed by 90 million member Communist Chinese, the CCP, that has been working with Russia to destroy the U.S. Constitution Republic for over 70 years. If the American voters read the background information in Trevor Laudo's article on Kamala Harris, they would never support her elected as Vice President of the United States. Joe Biden is suffering from the early onset of dementia and will continue to decline in cerebral awareness. He will never be able to fill out a 4-year term of office. Since Biden was elected, the socialist Marxists and communists who control Kamala Harris are planning to enact provisions of the 25th Amendment in order to remove Joe Biden from office so Harris can become the first communist president of the United States. We already had that with Barack. Since Biden was elected because Biden would not be up to it, Kamala Harris would lead the effort to appoint very dangerous anti-American leftist, communist, socialists, and Marxists to fill highly sensitive positions in the Washington deep state bureaucracy. She would fill all appointed positions in the U.S. Intelligence Agency, in the Department of Homeland Security, in the Department of Defense, in the Justice Department, the Department of State, the FBI, the CIA, most cabinet positions, the National Security Council, and in the White House staff. It's interesting what we learned about the press secretary, is it not, Jean-Pierre, huh? American voters must alert their fellow Americans that Kamala Harris is a very serious national security threat to the very survival of the U.S. Constitutional Republic. She has been a fellow traveler of Marxists, communists, Maoists, socialists, progressive, and Chinese communists for over 35 years. President Trump has much more background information on Kamala Harris than presented here, and he was correct when he accused Kamala Harris of being a communist subverter. I can't tell how important it is that you repost this and pass it along to your like-minded friends. Absolutely insane, is it not? But again, we've already had a communist in the White House, Barack Hussein Obama. But this is scary, folks. Real scary. I can't do this alone, and no one does for you what I do they?